Ladies and gentlemen, this is the MD CEO I'm bringing up on board. I like to use Yoruba word, Olori Oko Bam Bam Akpatakwiti of Terra developers. And if you don't get it, just forget about it. But you don't forget it. So I'm bringing up this man, and I want you to celebrate excellence. I always say something wherever it is I go. What you celebrate, you attract. So when you celebrate excellence, it comes to you naturally. That's just the law. So when I bring him up, I want you to give him a rousing ovation because he's coming up to give his speech. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you a true visionary, an innovative, an enigma of deep wisdom, a tenacious man, admirable, inspirational, dynamic, charismatic. There are bosses and there's Mr. Ashiru. Ladies and gentlemen, MD CEO Terra developers, Mr. Kola Ashiru-Balogun. A round of applause.
Wow. I've never ever been introduced. Has anyone been introduced that way? What was that Yoruba thing that you said again? Apata. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for taking the time to be with Terra today. To the agents in the house, we really, really appreciate you taking your holiday to be with us today. We have, I'm not here to come and give any speech. I'm here to learn, right? Are you here to learn? Who is here to learn today? I can't hear anybody, really. Nobody is really speaking to anybody. Look, we have a house packed with people that would inspire knowledge to everybody, to myself. You know, it's so interesting. We have two Judge Taylors in the house. You know, so they're going to be speaking about from legal to packaging yourself. Who wants to learn how to package themselves properly here? So there's someone that speaks with so much fire. You know, we have Mrs. Anonso Eze. Who has ever heard Nonso speak before? Okay, today will be your first time. Is anybody interested in real estate here? Is anybody? Nonso has been selling millions and billions of houses over the past year. So I had to go and beg her, please, Nonso, come and share with us how you do this thing, right? We have Mr. Ayure in the house here too. Anybody knows who the king of sales is by any chance? Does anybody know? So you see, he's also going to share with us on how to package to do real estate in this tough time. You have, you know, if you're doing real estate, you also have to look at the legal side of it, right? So we have Mr. Olajide also in the house, along with Mrs. Judge Taylor. So they'll be speaking to us from a legal perspective. We've also thrown in a couple of people. There'll be a special guest. Anybody knows what's not that guy again? Ola of Lagos. He's in the house already, but he's going to be here today. We have Mr. Benga Alamu. He's going to be speaking to us on how do you get your clients to finance the properties that they're buying? What are the unique ways? There's a lot of money out there in Nigeria nowadays, right? I don't know, is that what you're finding? There's a lot of money out there. So how do you package this properties for your clients? How do they finance them? Mr. Alamu will be speaking about that. We'll also be speaking, we'll also have someone from Imperial Mortgage Bank. They'll speak to us about financing options. So all these things, you guys have your notes, you have your pens, you have all your writing materials. So make sure you get them, make sure you take notes, make sure you record this session. So I was meant to speak about Terra developers. So I think we started Terra developers about 3-4 years ago. I've been in this industry for over 20 years. We've done several projects. Most of the people that I mentioned here, we worked together one way or the other in the past. But over the past 3-4 years that we've been doing Terra, we've been able to grow the business. We were not able to grow this business ourselves. We did it in partnership with people like you. When we started TERRApy 1.0, that was about 2 years ago. We had about 10 people. 2 years ago, TERRApy 1.0. Guess what? We were happy that 10 people were willing to take a bet on Terra. When we did TERRApy 2.0 last year, we had about 30 to 40 people in the room excited. Today, we have over 700 people here. So give yourselves a rounding. You know, it's the success, it's what, and look, one key thing, I can talk about Terra, I can talk about what we've done, we have the long speech here, but my own advice, I haven't been in this industry for over 20 years. It's about trust and integrity. And I'm sure all the speakers here today will mention this to you in one way or the other. If you're doing transactions with clients, with agents, or with other agents, you have to be able to leave that transaction with the other person feeling like, this is someone I can always do business with. That is what has carried Terra to this level today. So I really want everybody to trust, integrity. You have to go into every transaction from that perspective. So again, I really want to thank all of you that were able to make this, all the people that are joining us online. You know, apologies to some people that couldn't get into the event. We know to use a much bigger hall. I think next year when we're doing this, we should aim for how many people? At least 3,000 people next year, right, Nonto? So 2,000 next year. So, so apologies for those that couldn't get in. But for those online, please, thank you for logging in to join us today. For our top agents that will be presenting to today, thank you very much for being here. For our bankers, our supporters, we really appreciate the time that you've made to be here. And so I don't want to take much of our time. I really want to listen to the speakers, so like everybody else. So thank you very much and have a wonderful session.
Terra developers live the good life.